What's good, guys? Back with another video. Today I am answering all your questions. So a while back I put some questions up on my story and I had just you guys kind of just ask me any questions you guys had for me. I thought what better place to answer those questions than where it all started. Right now I'm in San Diego. It's always good to go back where you started, and I think that's one of the biggest things, just like going back where it all started. And I was born in Kenya, lived in like the San Bernardino area for a little bit. I say a majority of my time was really spent in San Diego, so I just claimed San Diego the most because I spent a lot of time here. And I think through living in San Diego, being close to this, like literally this is like about 15 minutes from where I used to live down here, and so just surrounded and like growing up with it, I think that definitely like changed my perspective a lot. So right now I'm just ranting. I don't even know what I just said right now, but let me go ahead, and I have these questions saved, so don't mind if I'm looking down on my phone. Yeah, I'm just answering some questions, like questions that I think you guys would want to know. I'm gonna kind of just glide through them and try to answer them. You guys know me, I'm a photographer. I do videography as well, and that's kind of look at this sunset, beautiful. One of the questions was asking me, am I from Kenya? Yes, I'm from Kenya. I was born in Kenya, raised and grew up there. Early childhood, came out here, you know. No one really asked this, but I really got into photography because my dad, he's like an architect, and then he had a lot of cameras in the house, and so one of the cameras he had, I just saw he wasn't using it, and I don't know, I was just trying to experiment, try different things, and so I picked up the camera and just started bringing it around when I would hang out with my friends. So I would just use the camera, like if my friends had a party or something, or they had like, we were at the courts playing basketball, just any little thing, I would bring it and I would just have my camera, take pictures, send it to them. And I don't know, I started having fun with it, you know what I mean? And then my friends were like, dang, these are kind of fire, like these are good, you know? And so I ended up losing that camera that my dad had. I don't know, I still wanted to keep going. Like something inside me, it's still like, even though I lost the camera, I was like, I still want to be taking pictures. So, you know, that's when I got the initiative. I told my parents, hey, I want to get a job, I want to start working. All in hopes just so I can buy another camera. Beginning of senior year of high school, I finally saved up enough money and I bought my first camera. I bought the Sony A7. I was so stoked that it had the kit lens. I brought that everywhere, and my friends, they're all like hoopers, so they all play for the team. During the summer, I was there like just taking pictures of them. Even during the season, like I just shot pretty much all the games that they had. I would just be sitting there and I was just taking pictures, you know, playing with the video too. Football games, I would bring it too, just take pictures, anything. I did prom pictures for my friends, so I was just snapping away, taking photos. And then throughout that season, I'll be using all my photos for the yearbook, and which is pretty dope. Just seeing your work in a book, I thought that was fun. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like I really took these, and they came out fire, and they were dope. And so went into college, and I was still really into it, you know, and I still wanted to keep going. Mainly I was studying for nursing because I was like, I still want to do photography, but I don't know, like my parents are very hesitant, you know, just because they don't really see the money in it. And you definitely can't go, I don't think you can go anything like photography, videography for the money. Like if that's your goal driven purpose and initiative to go into it, then I would really do it, because you can get very discouraged, because it took a while before I even like started seeing money coming in from shoots, you know. And it took me like, I would literally DM like 10 models like around San Diego, whatever, and I would try to DM at least 2 or 3 a day. So I was DMing around 10 people just trying to shoot, and I at least get 1 model. And I was like, hey, if I can at least shoot 1 person a week, that's all I need just to get better. learn more things, and just really like grow as a photographer and videographer. So I kept doing that, and it just grew. Whenever someone hit me to shoot, or like replied they wanted to shoot, yes, they wanted to shoot, I would just do it, because I knew like this is something I really wanted to do. I just gotta like put in the time, the effort, in order to get better and get to that next level that I really want to do. And one of my goals was always, like, big goals in life is definitely do like creative directing for a fashion house. But now that I look at it, I think just my brand in general, I just want to really be like just one of those creative directors out there for like a major brand, and trying to make that my brand. But yeah, I kept shooting, and then I got tapped into this TikToker through this other shoot I did. His name is Alafia, and he plays tennis. I did this photo shoot for him, and he's like, yo, I have a friend, he's a TikToker, his name is Sora. I know he's always down to take pictures. And I was like, hey, why not? Like, another shoot, another person I can work with. So I shot with Sora, pictures turned out fire. And then Sora one day, it was like during COVID, he's like, yo, I'm going to this party up in LA, and I want you to just pull up and shoot if you want to. And I was like, hey, why not? I'm not really doing anything. So I was still working at Starbucks at the time. So right after work, I finished working, got my stuff, drove to LA, shot the party. I literally just got everyone's Instagram. Like, any person I took a picture of, I just got their Instagram. I was like, hey, I'm a photographer. I'm out here in LA, but I'm not really out here from LA. I'm literally just in San Diego, but I was, hey, I'm down to make the drive, whatever. I met some core people that have really like seen the growth within, like from then to now, and really just started from there. And that's how I really got tapped in with like the LA scene, and just like networking and getting me gigs and all that. Just like going to parties, like big parties, just any party, and just happening with people there, because you never know who you can meet and who can like get you to that next level, that next position that you're always trying to achieve and strive for. When did you start noticing taking pictures, videos was going to be your career? I noticed that was going to be my career when, during COVID, I wasn't really doing much. Everything went online. I was pretty much teaching myself the classes I was taking. So I was like, hey, during this time, since I have all this free time, and I was still working at Starbucks, but you know, that was just, outside of that, I wasn't really doing much besides the gym. So I was like, hey, what if I commit this whole year to doing photography and videography? Like, that's just my goal. Like, that's just my drive. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna commit this whole year and see what happens within that year. Things like took off, and that's that whole LA thing. Just like any shoot, any opportunity, any party that I heard of. And my good friend, really my brother Johnny, he used to live in LA for a short time, but then came back to San Diego, and then he moved back to LA. So like he knew more of the party scene than I did, and so me and him were really just tag team, because you know, I had the car to be able to like just drive to different events, drive to different parties, and he just knew the parties. So we kind of really just teamed up, made a great duo, and we went to some crazy events. We really been to some crazy stuff, and a lot of opportunities from that. And I think just seeing that, like being out in LA and seeing how you can really like make it doing what you love, that's when I noticed. I was like, hey, so like I would say during COVID is when I really noticed that, all right, I can do this. I can really do this, you know? When are you coming to Kenya? I am definitely coming to Kenya this year. I promise, 100%. I need to go back. My parents been going back every year. It's just hard to find the time. But now that I'm really just focusing on YouTube, focusing on my brand, and just really focusing on personal goals, I think I'm definitely gonna make that time, make that effort. I'm 100% coming to Kenya this year. I promise you that. What are some tips on editing? Okay, I'm using a G7X Mark II for YouTube. That's a good camera. Yeah, that's a really good camera. What are some tips on editing? Honestly, it took me a year to finally find my style, and that just took playing and YouTube tutorials. Like, I literally just sit on Lightroom after a shoot. Like, I literally learned my style just from every shoot. I would try to like change it up a little. I'd be like, all right, is this different? Like, does this separate me from like any other photographer? Because as a photographer, you gotta really brand yourself, and I think the way you brand yourself is within your style. So like, if someone looks at your photo, if someone looks at your editing, they'll be like, hey, you know, that's Alan's photo. But so yeah, I think that's the most important thing, and that really just takes you like locking in and just playing with at least one edit a day. You know what I mean? Just going on there, sitting down, be like, all right, I'm gonna play. I just did this shoot. Even going out shooting a flower, shooting a building, like anything. It doesn't have to be a person if you can't get someone to shoot with you. Just go out, shoot something, edit, and see like, all right, I kind of like this edit. This kind of like fits me. I like this vibe. I think this separates me, and this really brands myself among the rest. I'm about trying to build a team. Yes, I am definitely trying to build a team. That's always the goal. I think 2 people is always greater than 1. So definitely trying to build a team. But right now it's just a process. So just a lot of patience right now. Just taking my time and really setting the foundation so that I'm not really rushing anything, you know, so I don't want to rush into things and then later on it hurts me. Really just taking my time. Definitely looking to build a team. It's not a question, but you're the best cameraman I know. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the love and the support. You guys are amazing, honestly. I couldn't do this without you. And this is actually my first monetized video. So this is the first video. I'm fully getting paid off, and honestly, that's thanks to you guys. You guys did this. And this is crazy, to be honest. Only thing, it's been like a month since I started, and the progress and the way you guys have been pushing me starting as a photographer, I think definitely helps, because I kind of look at it as back then when I was just starting out, I was just doing it for the fun, you know what I mean? And not really worried about the money. I just really want to share my story and see who I can help along the way, because I've been through a lot of things, experienced a lot, and I've learned a lot throughout the process. So I think if my story can help one person, that's all that matters. Why did Theay replace our glorious King Alan? He didn't really replace me. I kind of just, I thought it was time to really just focus on the things I've been on the back burner a lot, you know. I went to Atlanta, you know, gave it a chance, see how it was. Yeah, I kind of just had to make the call and come back to LA and really just go for it, full throttle, and see what happens. Just taking that risk. I never want to get too comfortable in any situation, so if I see myself getting comfortable or I'm starting to slack, then I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, get on it, you know? Life's too short. It's Tracy saying hi. What would I do differently? Honestly, I wouldn't. You probably hear this a lot. I wouldn't do anything differently. Something I would do differently though is be more patient with yourself. Sometimes I'm so hard on myself, like literally, which starts to put me down, and I bring myself down when it really shouldn't be like that, you know. It's not more about the destination, but it's really about the journey and the progress you've made. So always just thank yourself for the small wins. Thank yourself for the small accomplishments. Thank yourself for all the accomplishments, the big ones. Easier on yourself. If you see, like, if you're constantly grinding, working, putting in the work, like putting effort towards whatever it is you're trying to accomplish and do, like, don't beat yourself up. Just don't, because you don't need to do that. You're already doing the best you can, and that's all that matters for real. Can you shoot a music video in Kenya? That would be fire. I'm gonna do that. Let me know. Hey, DM me, alankaruku. DM me. Let's set it up for when I'm out there. You can do that for sure. I don't even really shoot music videos, but I'm down to do that. When will you bring Theay to your home country, Kenya? I'm definitely trying to bring Theay to Kenya. He's already said he's down, so we're gonna set that up. Kenya trip is coming, guys. I promise you guys that. I promise you. Are you Kikuyu? Yes, my mom is Kikuyu. If you guys don't know, that's like a certain tribe. Was it scary or nerve-wracking to transition from being behind camera to front? Yes, it definitely was. But I think being around just Theay, like that whole group, honestly kind of like eased the transition. I wouldn't say it was as hard as I thought it was. It is kind of intimidating, but my camera is literally tiny. Like, I'll show you guys right now. That is what I'm filming on right now. That is literally what I'm filming on. It's tiny. It's literally the size of my phone. So pulling that out, I'm not intimidated at all. I'm not really scared. Versus putting out a big Sony camera in front of you, alright, then maybe it would be like more nerve-wracking. But honestly, this is the best choice for me. But the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, you guys should definitely get one. If you're trying to vlog this year, just go for it. Buy this camera setup because this is literally all you need. How do you shoot daylight photography? What's the trick? Daylight photography, I use flash. That's my personal trick. And more specifically, I use a monolight strobe flash, like the big one. You guys have probably seen it. Atlanta video, 2 photographers shoot 1 model. That's kind of my setup. That definitely helps along with more of my style. So that's my personal trick to shooting daylight photography. How to become a model in 2024. Honestly, I did not know too much on that side of things. I do know you just gotta do your digitals, submit to agencies. But honestly, if you guys want, I can do a Q&A with my girl, and she'll be able to break down more of how to get into modeling. She's a signed model. She's signed to 2 agencies currently. So she definitely knows more of the background scenes of how to do that, how to get into modeling. I know more of the photography scenes, so yeah, she can definitely tell you guys if you guys want that. So let me know if you guys want that. What kind of camera do you use? So if I'm like on the go, I use like an old school digital camera, and so I find that's kind of the trick to get, like, that's kind of the hack to get the film look without breaking the bank, having to wait for film to develop and then getting more film to put in the camera. So that's kind of my hack, just using old school digital cameras, and that's how you kind of get the film look. So that's my on-the-go run setup. For videos, I love the Sony FX3. It's a great camera all around, amazing camera, definitely recommend. And then for photos, I use a Canon R6, and that's my main photo camera. No question, much love from South Africa. Thank you, South Africa, appreciate it. Come to Brazil. Brazil is definitely up there. Traveling is on my top priorities this year, so I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of travel content for sure. Best advice for content creators, I'd say best advice, just be consistent, be yourself most importantly. I think especially in this day and age, people can really tell if you're not being authentic or being yourself. So definitely just be yourself, be consistent, keep showing up. The biggest 2 things I would say definitely, so just be yourself most importantly, keep showing up. How's life? Life is good, to be honest. Right now I'm like in that transition phase, you know, but I know honestly it's taking patience, you know, and just patience, and just like I said, showing up, you know, and really just listening to my old advice, showing up and being consistent. I'm in this transition phase right now. Mentally I'm good though, overall. I think definitely just having a long time, and then also gym. I think the gym is really when I'm able to like clear my head, especially the sauna, when I go in the sauna, and just have like a little prayer time and just pray about things, and just thank God for everything, honestly, because I wouldn't be where I am without God, for real. And so he's brought me such a long way, and a lot of things in my life I'm like, how is this even possible? But honestly, all I can do is thank God, for real. What are you doing this Friday? Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing this Friday yet, but if you have any plans or ideas, let me know. Favorite place you visited and why? Honestly, I'm so biased, but probably the favorite place I visited is Kenya, for real. My home, my place, my home of beginnings, my everything. Kenya is always the best place. Just going back to, even though I haven't been there in so long, every time I go back, it just feels like home, you know. It just always has that home feeling. Just seeing a lot of my cousins are still out there, a lot of like my aunts and uncles. So everyone's really still out there. So just being there again, like it's always like amazing, an amazing feeling, and it's always humbling too. And yeah, outside of that, I'm gonna say London for sure. I think London was really dope overall. Like the accents are amazing, the cars, the culture, shopping, just everything. What was your dream job before photography? Honestly, I have a lot of dream jobs. For the longest time, no, for the longest time, I always wanted to be in the Secret Service. Like that was my thing. I literally, like, I had a whole plan out. Like from like 18 to 21, I was gonna be like a cop because you can do like this Explorer program. So like once you turn 18, like, and once you graduate high school, like you're already pretty much a police officer, you know. So I was gonna do that, and then as I was going to college, I was gonna study criminal science, and then after that, I was gonna apply to the FBI. After FBI, I was gonna enroll into Secret Service, and then I literally I had it all planned out, but yeah, my mom was just like, she was kind of worried about that career path and me doing that, so I ended up not doing it. Not even before that, I really wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and my mom was really against that. So I was like, all right, what's the next thing? Secret Service. But yeah, I really wanted to be a Secret Service, so for real. That was one of my things. It's not what God wanted for me, so you know, I'm out here in YouTube, so I can't complain. It's amazing. Thank you guys for making this far. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for even asking them, because you know, this video wouldn't be possible without the questions. Hopefully my answers made sense. Hopefully you guys are able to take away something and you learned a little bit more about me and my story, my life, my upbringing. Thank you guys again. Just look at this view, honestly guys. I kind of miss this. I literally be telling everyone this, like, I would live in San Diego. If the same opportunities in LA were in San Diego, I would live in San Diego in a heartbeat, for real. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support. Honestly, I appreciate it. I thank God every day for you guys, and you guys even just bringing me this far, because honestly, I couldn't do it without you guys. I couldn't do it without God. So just thank you guys for real. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. I'm trying to drop every other day. I'm locked in, trying to be consistent, trying to put out content for you guys. And honestly, I'm just so excited for this year and what's to come. And you guys are really family for real. That's part of the, you know, Karuku family. That's you guys. And so thank you guys for real. And I'm excited for what's to come. I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.